Hello and welcome to a special edition of Toys from the Attic. You know, seeing how it's almost Halloween, I thought I'd make a top 13 list of my favorite Real Ghostbusters villains. Why 13, you might ask? Well, it's Halloween. Anyways, without further ado, here's a list of my top favorite villains.
Number 13. Slimer. Now some of you out there are probably wondering why he isn't higher up on the list. The fact that he's appeared in all the movies, cartoon series, and comic books should earn him a place in just about any list. At the start of the series, he was used quite sparingly, mostly to either push the plot along or as comic relief. Every now and then he would have a solo episode dedicated to himself, where Slimer is a character that is best used sparingly. However, you can't keep a good spud down. In the recent IDW comics, he is portrayed as a malevolent, nasty creature, proving that Slimer can actually run the gamut from both nice and mean.
It's him! It's the one who slimed me at the hotel! Get him!
Number 12. Blackie from the episode The Long, Long, Long Goodbye. Blackie is one of the more tragic villains that the Ghostbusters have had to face. Starting out as a regular human, he was cursed after stealing ancient Egyptian treasure from a museum. Becoming the unresting guardian of the treasure, he stayed this way for many decades until his soul was able to pass on thanks to the help of the Ghostbusters. With his unique Egyptian look and abilities, coupled with his backstory, he's definitely earned a spot on this list.
You can come too.
Number 11. The Umpire from Night Games. Every 1,000 years, an army of good and evil battle it out for the fate of one soul. Finding out that their ancient battleground had been turned into a baseball stadium and unable to fight in the traditional sense, they decided to play ball instead. The Umpire was brought in to be, well, the Umpire. It's very hard to pin down exactly what makes this guy so cool. It could be anything from his massive looming size to his red glowing eyes piercing from the shadows of his mask. Or you were never really quite sure whether he was on the side of evil or good. Personally, however, I think it was all that and the manner in which he spoke.
But evil cheats. That's its nature. It does whatever unscrupulous or immoral thing it has to win. That's why we call them evil.
With some of the best lines and powerful deliveries throughout the entire series, he's definitely a character that stands out.
Play ball!
I wonder if Good is allowed to steal bases.
Maybe Good just borrows him, Ray.
Number 10. Murray the Mantis. The origins of this character is a little ridiculous if you think about it. All the paranormal energy from the dead bodies in a morgue congealed inside a giant inflatable Macy's Day Parade balloon, based off of a cartoon mantis. Yeah, that's pretty much it. However, this guy still makes the cut. With his size and power being too much for the Ghostbusters to handle on their own, they were forced to release the big guy. Any creature that forces you to release his Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and have them fight Godzilla style definitely earns some cool points in my book. Number 9. What from Mrs. Rogers' Neighborhood. Despite only appearing once, he can lay claim to being the first creature to possess one of the four main guys. A powerful creature with plans of conquering the living world and an army of demons at his command. What is one of the first demonic entities that has tried to infiltrate the Ghostbusters HQ and free all the ghosts trapped inside the containment unit. Also, its name led to some rather funny moments in the show.
Who said what?
What?
Did you say what?
Peter, I'm trying to work.
I withdraw the question!
Number 8. The Copycat. With its ability to transform into anything or anyone, it had to be one of the hardest ghosts for the Ghostbusters to catch. Seeing how much damage and mischief can be caused at the hands of one shapeshifter, along with its unique and interesting laugh, definitely makes it stand out in my mind.
Who are you gonna call?
Number 7. Cthulhu from the episode of Collect Call for Cthulhu. Although technically I'm not an H.P. Lovecraft fan, I still have a great appreciation and respect for the mythos that he has created. As a child, I didn't quite get the significance of this old one appearing at the end of the episode. Now that I'm a bit older and have some knowledge of the character, I can appreciate the severity of the situation that the Ghostbusters found themselves in. The sheer inclusion of Cthulhu in the series not only elevated the threats that the Ghostbusters were able to face, but opened them up to a vast array of Lovecraftian possibilities.
Better late than never.
Number 6. The Collector from the episode Brooklyn Triangle. Imprisoned over 10,000 years ago by an ancient demon, the Collector was forced to become the keeper of lost objects. He spent the millennium searching for the key to the one door that would set him free. He technically wasn't really that bad of a guy considering he only wanted freedom from his imprisonment. Still, he was quite powerful and stopped at just about nothing to get what he wanted. Heck, how many other adversaries can claim that they sucked all of New York into a parallel dimension? Also, look what he's wearing. A lot of purple, gaudy jewelry, feather in his cap. Let's face it, he's a pimp.
I'll keep this if you don't mind.
Number 5. The Anti Ghostbusters from Citizen Ghost. Now, I'm a pretty big fan of the evil twin scenario in just about any series, so naturally these guys made the cut. I mean, what other great challenge is there for a character than having to face someone who has the same mental and physical abilities as yourself, but lacks your own moral integrity? Also, these guys just looked and sounded cool.
My name is Dr. Peter Venkman. This town's only big enough for one Peter Venkman. I agree. So one of us must go. Get out! Why do I say things like that?
Number 4. Samhain from When Halloween Was Forever. Being a Halloween-themed list, naturally this guy had to make the cut. But that doesn't make him just an honorable mention. Oh no. As well as one out of only a handful of recurring villains. He is among some of the most powerful villains that the Ghostbusters have ever had to face. With his trademark pumpkin head and his mastery of all things dark and Halloween, truly he is a force to be reckoned with.
I am Halloween.
Number 3. The Boogeyman. This guy is just overall creepy. With his razor-sharp claws and his goat-like legs, his body symbolizes that of a stereotypical devil. But yet his oversized head bears a striking resemblance to the Joker. I'm not sure if you can think of a more eerie combination than that. But looks aside, the Boogeyman has possessed one of the most truly demonic personalities throughout the entire series. He's one of the few characters in the show that gives you that sense that he's ready and willing to kill you at just about any moment.
You won't scare me again.
We'll see about that.
Number 2. Hob Anna Garrett from Cold Cash and Hot Water. Claimed as one of the first demons to walk the earth, he's a fire-breathing tower of cool badass. He's also one of those few creatures that are too powerful for the Ghostbusters to capture and contain with their standard equipment, instead forcing them to rely on more supernatural methods. With an incinerating touch, he's able to reduce whole cities to ash.
You conned me! Me, your own son! It's his fault. He said that fence of his would work.
And the number 1 spot is the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Now granted, I might be a little bit biased when it comes to this guy. A holdover from the movies, he's appeared in almost every single media that the Ghostbusters have been featured in. This iconic character is just as much a part of the franchise as the Ecto-1 or even the Firehouse. Sometimes he is shown as either a good guy or a bad guy, both assisting or terrorizing the guys. Either way, he is someone the Ghostbusters take very seriously whenever he is let out.
Let's have a big hand for the winner of the Best Costume Award.
I'd like to thank all the little people who made this possible.
So there you have my top 13 list from the Real Ghostbusters. If one of your favorites happen to be on the list, let me know. Or if I happen to forget one, leave a comment below listing the ones that you particularly like. As always, if you enjoyed what you've seen today, please feel free to like or subscribe. And have a happy Halloween!